Picture me about 2 years ago when I was absolutely devastated. Like, genuinely, I would be sitting in my room feeling ashamed. Like, I genuinely felt like I was a failure just because I just wasted away the whole day scrolling. And the thing is, it wasn't like this one day was extraordinary. No, that was normal. Me just feeling like, damn, I just wasted another day scrolling. And I feel like not enough people realize how bad scrolling can make you feel. Like, genuinely, so many people say stuff about scrolling like, it ruins your attention span or it just wastes your time. Like, it goes deeper than that. And in this video, I want to go over how deep it goes and also the biggest mistake that's genuinely holding you back from stopping. So, again, look back at those years of my life where I didn't feel good. I felt like I could do better. And the honest truth was that I could do better. Like, I knew that I had the ability in me to work hard. I knew that I could be productive, but I just never did it. It was like an active choice I made every single day, that instead of working hard and actually following my dreams and what makes me feel good, I would choose scrolling instead. And that decision held me back for so long. But why did I even choose scrolling all those times, right? Because it's not like I wanted to scroll. In fact, it was my active goal to completely stop scrolling, which you probably have as well. You don't want to scroll anymore at all. And yet, that's the mistake I made. The biggest mistake holding me and also probably you back is that you try to set yourself a goal that's way out of your range. Imagine, right? You're new to the gym. You try to get into bench press and you put on 3 plates, 315 pounds immediately. Of course you can't bench press that. Like, of course, right? It's obvious when we put it in gym terms, but when we put it in scrolling terms, imagine you've been scrolling for 8 hours a day, every single day. But then finally you found a few videos, YouTube videos, or maybe you decided to finally make a change. And so you actually want to stop scrolling. Great, right? But the problem is that you set your goal to completely stop scrolling. You want to go from 100 to 0 in a second, right? Imagine like a car. You have momentum going in the wrong direction. You want to stop. You want to brake. But you expect to brake from going from 100 miles an hour to 0 in a second. Of course it's not going to work. You're going to flip out and crash, which is exactly what happens. Because that's the thing for me. I would set a goal to maybe only scroll for an hour or even 0. But obviously, going from 8 hours a day to 0 is really difficult. And every time that I would fail this goal, I decided that since I failed the goal, the day is failed. Like, the goal I set for myself in the day, I messed it up. So that means the whole day is messed up. And what do you think ended up happening? Instead of just having a bad moment, like a bad hour, I extended that bad hour onto the whole day. So instead of scrolling just 8 hours a day, I would scroll for 12 hours a day, And that's the thing. You set goals that are way beyond your boundaries. And so, of course, you find yourself messing up and going back into a rut again and again. Because the problem is that your goal is up here, but your results are down here. Something's not adding up, right? And you can't change your results as quickly as you can change the goal that you set yourself. So this is the main part of this video that I really need you to lock in on. This is like the important part. The simple change I made, which is so simple you might honestly think I'm dumb. I'm like bullshitting you. I'm being so for real with you. All you have to do is have the goal you have up here and lower it. Set a lower goal for yourself because that alone will get you feeling better. Think about it. If instead of going from 8 hours a day to 0, you go from 8 hours a day to 7 or 6, 6, 7. But imagine you go from that to that. It's a small jump, right? You can reasonably do that. Like, absolutely. There is nothing holding you back from that. And guess what? Even if you don't even get all the way there, like you only get to 7.5 hours, you still made progress. That's the second point I'm trying to make, is that just by setting the goal lower, automatically you'll get better progress. Like, I promise you, it's going to feel easier, and so it's going to feel more achievable for you. But second of all, even if you don't get that smaller goal, I don't want you to feel upset, because you're comparing yourself to the goal that you set, when in reality, you should be comparing yourself to the version of you that was content scrolling for 8 hours a day, who didn't even know that he could be doing better. That's the version of yourself that you should be comparing yourself to, not the goal that you set yourself. A goal is basically just an idea you have in your brain, right? It has no material consequence. It doesn't matter. It's literally just a neuron in your brain fired off. But objectively, we know the kind of person we used to be. And so if you see that difference, especially if you focus on it, even a snail's trail of progress, a tiniest little inch of progress, is going to feel like an accomplishment. And that's what I want for you. I want this journey for you to feel like an accomplishment, not like a chore. Those two simple changes, setting a smaller and more reasonable goal for yourself, and then also not being upset when you don't get that perfect day. That's how you end up making real progress and real change. Because instead of going from trying to have a perfect day and having a shit day, you can try to go for a good day or an all right day, even like a bare minimum inch of progress. But because of that, you'll actually make progress. And guess what? You keep doing this day after day, like you slowly make progress every single day. Even if it's just a few minutes of progress, you will change your life. I promise you. And to get on a little personal note with you, I remember being where you are right now, scrolling all day and trying to find a way out. And I hated myself. I hated myself because, like, logically, I knew I didn't want to do it, but yeah, I just kept getting back to it. I broke my self-trust again and again. And so I know how you're feeling right now. I know that it's tough. I know, I get it. But I just need you to know that things will get better. Like, I promise you, by 100% margin of error, or a 0% margin of error, that things will get better. If you just follow the 2 steps I laid out, if you just set a lower goal for yourself, be realistic, like be reasonable that you probably won't get a perfect day coming right from a horrible day, right? There's progress, there's steps to this, there's layers. But not only doing that, but also feeling accomplished just from a little bit of progress, you'll make so much faster progress than me. Like, genuinely, it took me years of scrolling and failing and suffering through it just to get out of it. It can take you months or even just 1 or 2 or 3 weeks. And at that, I actually have an offer for you. I can help you out personally with all the lessons and knowledge that I know now to help you specifically to stop scrolling. I actually run a program where I help young guys end their scrolling addiction. And there's a website in the description that is basically just explaining what I do and how I help you. And you can also even book a call just to chat with me and see if you're a right fit for the program. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, link in the description.